So it's not looking so good today, guys. So far, at least, it's currently about 12 p.m. on the East Coast. Not looking so good for Palantir stock or for the stock market in general. We have all the indexes down big time right now. Palantir's down. A bunch of stocks are down. So let's dive into it, guys. We're going to break down the charts in this video, go over some key levels, my thoughts. And if you want to see Palantir's earnings and you want to see a video that's more, in depth on that side, the numbers, right? Check out the Palantir video from yesterday. In this video, we're going to mainly focus on the charts and the overall markets, not so much the earnings. So if you want to see that, again, go check out the video from yesterday. And with that being said, if you find value in this video, hit the like button, feel free to subscribe. And of course, guys, don't forget to get up to 16 stocks for Moomoo, the sponsor of today's video, by going down below or by going to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. All the details are right there, guys. Each of those stocks could be valued up to $2,000. Link down below. We'll talk more about that later. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So you guys probably saw Palantir's numbers came out yesterday after the bell. And let me tell you guys, there was a ridiculous amount of volatility. We can see Palantir stock close at about, let's see, 18 bucks, 17.90, wherever it was, right around there. And when the numbers came out, the stock ended up going all the way down to 15.75. That was a drop of around, let me see here, 13% right off the bat when the numbers came out. And the crazier thing is, guys, when we saw that drop, we saw the V-shaped recovery like we talked about in the video yesterday, right? Palantir then went from 15.75 all the way to pretty much 18.65. So it recovered $3, massive recovery. That's got to be 15%, right, guys? Yeah, 18%. So almost 20%, guys, in the span of, a couple hours there, 2.5 hours. And now clearly we're down back into the 16s and the high 16s as Palantir is now down $1.20, down 6.7% at the time that I'm making this video. You guys can see we pretty much, sold off all pre-market. We opened up, we opened up at around, let's see, 17.50, and we started the pre-market at roughly 18.50, guys. 18.40, 18.50, right around there. And we pretty much downtrended all pre-market. You guys see it right here, downtrended all pre-market. And then once the markets open, man, oh man, did this thing end up cratering. You guys can see right here, it opened up at about 17.50. And in the first really half hour, not even 15, 20 minutes, right? It dropped from 17.50 down to about 16.10, which was a drop of 9%. So this thing, fell like crazy right out of the gate today, guys, down 9%. And since that point, it has recovered a little bit. We can see on the intraday chart, it has recovered a little bit. Now we're starting to, break back over the moving averages on this time frame at least. We do have a golden cross as well starting to form, which is a good sign. But overall, on the 5-day chart, let's look at some other time frames now, guys. We are selling off. Clearly, we're holding a downtrend or maintaining the downtrend, which is not good for the bulls. And with today's dump in the morning, we took out the lows from yesterday intraday, which obviously, yesterday we took out the lows from the previous day, and that pattern pretty much has been holding for the past couple of days. Every day, pretty much, we're taking out the lows from the previous day, and now Palantir is down from 20 bucks to now what, 16.75. We're down percentage-wise 17%. Pretty big drop there for Palantir, right? And right now we're still holding this channel. Let me show you guys this channel tool. Let me draw it out. Boom. I'll show you guys that we're still in this downwards channel. Pretty obvious, right? Pretty clear. And if this does start breaking out, really the first thing that I'm looking at for a reversal back to the upside is if we start breaking out of this channel on the 5-day, 5-minute, whether it's at about 18, 17.75. If we do start doing that, then we could start building momentum back to 19, maybe 20 bucks. And honestly, guys, now that I'm looking at this, we could even get a trade in this channel before it even maybe breaks out. We're not guaranteeing a breakout. Nothing's guaranteed. But in the meantime, while we wait for that breakout to come, maybe if it does, we could then trade it in, or I could trade it. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but we could see if it makes this move right here or fills this gap up to about 17.75, 18 bucks. Then we'll see if it breaks out, right? And let me see what other time frames here are worth looking at. The 20-day chart, you guys can see we have that downwards channel. You can see it even better here on this time frame. And on this time frame, we're actually well under both moving averages, the 50 and the 180 SMAs. You guys can see that here. And we are slightly, another thing you can notice is we are, well, not even slightly, we are holding $16, which was support, yesterday, earlier today, obviously, and it was also support from the middle of July, end of July, early August, right? So that's a big spot for the bulls, which if Palantir breaks under 16, guys, sure, that'd be great for the long-term investors that want to add more. Maybe if it goes down from there to 12, 13, 14. But for the short-term traders that are looking for a balance, they're playing, the potential relief rally that's coming, that would not be good. That'd be a huge technical break to the downside. And you can actually see that even more here on the 4-hour chart. If I pull it up and show you guys, 16 is a big spot, right? 16 is also the 180 SMA support on this 4-hour chart, 16, 16.50, right around there. And again, that's support from a couple of weeks ago. So if that point breaks, guys, and Palantir starts to do something like this, maybe not as dramatic as that, down to $10, $11 right away, but if it starts slowly selling off to the 15s, 14s, sure, that'd be great for long-term investors to buy more if they want to. I'm not telling you guys to buy, of course. I'm not a financial advisor. That'd be great for them, but not so great for the traders that are speculating that we're going to get some sort of recovery, relief rally. Now that Palantir is down about 15, 20% from the recent high, and we're right by the 180 SMA, which has acted as support for months at this point in time. So yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, at this point, the whole market's red, so that's definitely fueling the fire to the downside here for Palantir, no doubt. I mean, we have the Russell down 1.5%. Everything's down. I'm not excusing the drop in Palantir here, obviously, guys. But even with the drop, the uptrend, believe it or not, is still holding. And before we actually end the video, let me pop over here to the Russell, and we'll run through these indexes very quickly to show you all what's going on. So the Russell's now down 1.5%. It's down to 1930. It's down 28 points on the day. And to me, guys, by the looks of it, even though we're under the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart here, this is simply a healthy pullback in the Russell. And I do suspect buyers to maybe start coming in, high 1800s, low 1900s. That's just my opinion, right? That's the high from, the middle of June heading to the end of June, early July. Excuse me, guys, you can see that. So that's where, we could see support initially. If that were to break, though, 180 SMA, 1850, 1860, that's where that could be going. So it's pulling back, but overall it does look like a healthy pullback. SPY is also starting to pull back even more, guys, down 0.9%. And now, guys, look at this. It is moving under the 180 SMA with today's gap down, and it's well under the 50 SMA as well. So this is not looking too pretty. Sure, the uptrend is still holding, but we are now starting to break under the moving averages, which is quite interesting, probably on triple Q as well. Yeah, look at this, guys. We have triple Q under the moving averages as well, and especially with today's dump of 1.3%, down $5. And this is honestly pretty healthy overall. I mean, the markets have been very stretched, and even with these pullbacks, we're still holding up trends, not only on Palantir, but all of these indexes as well. And the VIX is now finally getting back to a more normal spot. The VIX was at 12, 13 points for way too long, guys. That's not sustainable. We can see it was at pretty much 12, 13 for a good month and a half. Yeah, almost 2 freaking months, guys. And now the VIX is breaking up. It's up 10%. It's up to almost 18 points. It's at 17.5 points. Not bad, if you ask me. And if it gets back to the 20s, 30s, well, maybe not 30s. I don't know if it's going to get that high again, unless we get something crazy out of left field. But if it starts getting back to 20s, 23, 22, that's where it might be interesting to go long on stocks again if we get super oversold on SPY Triple Q as trades I'm talking about here, guys. But we'll save that for the next video, so make sure you all subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to get up to 16 stocks for Moomoo, the sponsor of today's video, by going down below and simply opening up your account and funding it with at least $100. Once you guys do that, you get 5 stocks right off the bat, and if you fund your account at least $1,000 on top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks each, up to $2,000. And listen to this, guys, if you fund your account at least $5,000 on top of those 15 stocks, you also get a free share of either Tesla stock or Expedia stock, which makes this promo a no-brainer. So get on it, guys. Use that link down below. I appreciate you all as always, and with that being said, cheers. I'll see you in the next one.